They said I was nothing because I was born a girl. But I knew even dust can rise when the wind of destiny blows. The night sky in Okonta village was painted with 1,000 stars. The full moon hung proudly above, casting silver light on the dusty compounds. Children's laughter filled the air as they danced around the fire, listening to folktales. But in Oko's household, joy was far from their reality. Oma, the youngest child of Ngozi and Oko, knelt by the fireplace, sweat dripping from her forehead as she stirred the pot of soup. Her little hands were rough from endless chores, fetching water from the stream, sweeping the compound, cooking, and farming. At just 15 years, she carried the burdens of a grown woman. Her brother, Obina, lounged lazily on a mat, chewing roasted yam and laughing at the boys playing outside. In Okonta, this was normal. Sons were kings, daughters were servants. A boy's idleness was overlooked, but a girl's sweat was expected. That night, under the bright moon, Oko summoned his family. His deep voice thundered across the compound. "I have something to say," he announced, his eyes fixed on Oma. "I am in debt with Emeka, the wealthy man of this village. To clear my debt, I have promised him you, Oma, as wife." The words fell like thunder. Ngozi gasped, pressing her chest. Obina sat up, his jaw tightening. "Papa, she is only 15. Ngozi cried. "Emeka already has 10 wives. You cannot do this." Obina added, "Father, this is not fair. She is still a child." But Oko's face hardened. "She has only 2 choices. Marry Emeka or be sold as a slave. By tomorrow, Emeka will come. She must decide tonight." Tears streamed down Oma's face as she fell to her knees, rolling on the ground. "Papa, please. Don't destroy me. I beg you in God's name." Her father turned away, unmoved. "Your tears will not pay my debt." That night, while the world slept, Oma lay awake, her heart pounding. She knew she had no choice, except one. Death in the wilderness was better than marriage to an old man or life as a slave. Quietly, she packed her little bundle of clothes and slipped into her brother's hut. "Obina," she whispered, shaking him awake. "I am leaving. I cannot stay here." He held her hand tightly. "Where will you go, sister? The forest is dangerous." She pulled away, determination shining in her tearful eyes. Better to die free than live in chains. Before dawn, she vanished into the thick forest, her bare feet stumbling over roots and thorns. She walked until her strength failed, and by morning, her small body collapsed on the forest floor. Back at home, Oko searched for her. When he found her hut empty, he cursed in anger. Obine confessed what had happened. Ngozi broke down in bitter tears, while Oko spat, "Ungrateful girl. Let the forest take her." But fate had other plans. That same morning, a group of foreigners passed through the forest on a road project. Among them was Mrs. Veronica, the leader of a women's organization. She was a kind but lonely woman, divorced and childless. With her camera hanging from her neck, she wandered ahead of her team, until she saw a figure lying still among the leaves. "Help! Someone is here," she shouted. They rushed to Oma's side, fanning her and pouring water into her mouth. Slowly, she opened her eyes, her voice faint. She told her story, her father, the forced marriage, her escape. Mrs. Veronica's heart ached as she listened. She held the girl close, whispering, "You will not suffer again. From today, you are my daughter." And true to her word, she carried Oma away to America. She gave her a new name, Abigail. She gave her love, education, and a life of dignity. Under her care, the once forgotten village girl blossomed into Dr. Abigail, a respected medical doctor. Years rolled by. One evening, Abigail sat in her apartment, flipping through television channels when the news stopped her heart. "Breaking news," the reporter announced. A strange sickness has fallen upon Okonta village. The death toll rises daily. The villagers cry out for help. Abigail's hands shook as tears streamed down her face. My mother, Obina, are they still alive? When her foster mother's organization began sending doctors to Africa, Abigail insisted on joining. Mrs. Veronica, terrified of losing her only daughter, tried to stop her. But Abigail knelt before her. Mama, please. Let me save them. I promise I will come back. With heavy heart, Mrs. Veronica agreed, surrounding her with security and blessings. When Abigail arrived in Okonta, the villagers gathered, whispering in awe at the beautiful young doctor who treated the sick freely. They called her a gift from heaven. Yet her heart ached as she searched for her mother and brother in vain. Then, one afternoon, a frail old man was carried into the clinic, followed by a weary woman and a young man. Abigail froze. Her eyes widened. Mother! Obina, she cried. Ngozi dropped to the floor, trembling. My child. Tears flooded Abigail's face. It is me. Oma. For a moment, time stopped. Then mother, daughter, and brother embraced, sobbing with joy. When Oko realized who stood before him, shame broke him. He bowed his head, weeping. Forgive me, my daughter. I was blind. I treated you like dust. But you became the one to save us all. Abigail touched his hand gently. I forgive you, Papa. Let the past die. Today is new. She healed him, built a hospital for the village, and named it Oma Hospital. She built a fine home for her parents. And as the villagers watched, their hearts melted. From that day, they began to see the girl child as a blessing, not a burden. When her mission ended, Abigail took Obina back with her to America, giving him the chance for education and a better life. Thus, the little girl once rejected as worthless became the savior of her people. Her tears watered the ground, but her courage raised a nation. A girl is not a curse. She is not a debt to be paid, nor a burden to be carried. She is light, a seed, a nation. I was once despised, yet today I heal the same land that rejected me. Let every girl child know, you are God's gift.